Presented by Caltech.
Congratulations, you made it. You're here, all that hard work paid off, and you are officially a techer.
Hi, I'm Nicola Schaffer. I'm a current House President, and I definitely remember when I first arrived on the Caltech campus and flying over from Toronto to Los Angeles and being really excited, like I'm sure a lot of you are now.
I'm Bianca Leppett, and I'm a senior here at Caltech, and I major in bioengineering. I remember when I was a frosh back in the day coming to Tech, and I was super excited because I absolutely love the atmosphere.
I'm Serena Delgadillo. I'm a sophomore here at Caltech, and I'm an applied and computational mathematics major. When I was at Frosh Camp, I was a little bit overwhelmed with all of the people and new things that I was being introduced to.
Generally speaking, you're forced to interact with a really diverse group of people right from the very beginning because we don't have enough people of any particular type in any along any kind of different axis.
I've always found diversity important in that it helps bring different perspectives into the situation.
Whether it's people from different racial backgrounds, people from different socioeconomic backgrounds, people who are part of the LGBTQ community, and basically anyone who had a different experience from you coming into Caltech.
Where you come from and what your background is really can influence the way you think, the way you perceive the world, and that's important for science because science is about perceiving the world and thinking.
In terms of the scientists and engineers here, there's no better way to problem solve than to be able to tackle the problem from all different types of angles. And you can't have that if you only have the same type of person here on campus.
If you really want to know how much Caltech values diversity, you should hear it from our president.
Diversity is a central value of Caltech. It is also the most effective way that teams of people can work together to achieve special outcomes. Teams that are composed of students, faculty, staff, people with different backgrounds, people with different experiences are much more effective in solving problems. And part of the great joy that you will have here at Caltech is being able to lose yourself in a problem, to learn from others and to contribute what you know. We create an environment where we have to celebrate diversity because we have to be the most effective place in the world to solve the problems that are affecting humanity.
Another person you should really know on campus is Dr. Cindy Weinstein. She is our vice provost here, and she is also the first chief diversity officer on Caltech campus.
I've known Cindy for a really long time. She taught me one of my freshman humanities. It was great. And it's also been really exciting to get a chance to work with her in her new roles as Vice Provost and Chief Diversity Officer.
Welcome to Caltech. My name is Cindy Weinstein. I'm a professor of English and have been since 1989. As Chief Diversity Officer, there are many things happening on campus that I'm aware of, not just at the undergraduate level, but graduate outreach, postdoc outreach, faculty diversity. This is a moment where diversity at Caltech is assuming center stage. Everyone who comes to Caltech belongs here. You would not be here unless you were excellent and meritorious. What brings all of you together is your commitment to STEM. But beyond that, each of you will have your own story, and each story needs to be heard and needs to be appreciated.
Joe Shepard is a professor of aeronautics and mechanical engineering, and also our new vice president for student affairs. I think we're all really excited to work with Joe because he's really interested in working with students. You
will face many challenges here at Caltech. Some of those challenges will be obvious. Doing the problem sets, late-nighters, hoping there's not too many of those. But there are a lot of challenges around you every day, the challenges in how you deal with others. We're often judged not so much on how we succeed at the things that we expect to, doing great science, great engineering, but how we deal with the challenges that come up in our everyday lives, how we deal from others that approach things very differently than ourselves, how we deal with others that may have a very different view of the world. But we're all here together to succeed in making the world a better place. And part of that is changing how we think about how we work with others.
So one of the important figures here on campus that I've really come to know and respect is Dr. Eva Graham.
Eva's work, I think, is really broad because the mission of the Diversity Center is really broad.
They are more than willing to help you out on finding something to do or to initiate change that you think that should happen at Caltech.
We are so glad that you chose Caltech and that Caltech chose you. This is a great community to live and learn in, and the Diversity Center is here to ensure that you have all the resources that you need to be successful both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. As a new member of this community, you should know that we want to create a safe space. We're determined for you to explore and develop and grow. If you have a question or you're curious about your gender identity, come to the Diversity Center. If you're unsure about your living and learning environment, come to the Diversity Center. If you're someone who's never lived with someone of a different gender or a different race, come to the Diversity Center. When you walk into the door, we value you as an individual. We expect you to come with concerns and questions, and no question is too big or too small.
Barbara Green is the undergraduate dean here on campus, and the reason that every student loves her is that she's so caring and willing to hear the smallest of problems.
I think Dean Green's role is really, really important because it recognizes that Caltech students are people, not just students. Stuff happens in life, and she's really there to help you.
The purpose of the Dean's Office really is to make students successful. Of course, each student is responsible for him or herself, but our mission really is to help each student maximize his or her potential. We work with students who are having any kind of difficulty, either academic or personal. Our office provides tutors. We work closely with faculty. Sometimes we can serve as an intermediary between students and faculty. We work very closely with the resident associates in the student houses and just provide a variety of support. I'm very excited about this year. I guess actually I'm excited every fall because it's so much fun to meet all the new students and kind of benefit from their enthusiasm about being at Caltech and starting college for the first time.
I've come to realize that Caltech is much more than just a research institution or just a college or a university. It's a place where you can find where you belong.
You're at the right place.
You are 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 at the right place.